Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are so happy to have Fely. She's joining us today from Flipgrid, and she is a very passionate educator. She is excited about empowering teachers, empowering our students. She is got an extensive teaching background herself, and so she's a fantastic role model and resource for all of us. And of course, she also has a background is an education technology integration specialist. So getting our classrooms connected with technology. So we're so happy to have her here. Her energy is absolutely infectious. So take your selfies with her while she's on screen and enjoy. I'll let you take it away, Fely.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Good morning, everybody. Or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you're joining us from this beautiful planet. We are so thankful that you are here with us. So once again, my name is Fely García López, and I'm super excited to be here with you all. So I am going to start with sharing my screen because that's very important. I have a presentation for you with what Flipgrid is all about and how Flipgrid worked beautifully for my students. I call them my babies, and for me when I was in the classroom. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Aquí va. This is super easy. So we're going to be talking about improving English learners' language skills with Flipgrid. How we are going to be taking advantage of this amazing platform and bringing opportunities for our students to practice all of the language domains. So with that in mind, let me go really quick right here. There we go. And I want to start our presentation with our mission at Flipgrid. Our mission is to help you empower every learner on the planet to share their voice and respect the diverse voices of others. So if we look at the action verbs right here, look, empower, right? First of all, we want to help you. We're here to help you. We're here to provide a service, right? We are a team. So we want to help you empower our babies, empower our students to share their voices, no matter what language they speak. So with that in mind, once again, my name is Fely García López, and I'm one of the Educator Innovation Leads with Flipgrid at Microsoft. If you are on social media, you can follow me. You can find me Twitter. You can find me at ElliiTeaching. And in the other social platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and of course, TikTok, you can find me as Fely García López. I constantly share info about Flipgrid, different ideas, how to integrate Flipgrid in the classroom, y por supuesto, mucha información en español también, porque soy bilingüe, and I love to speak Spanish, and I love to speak English as well. So, if I'll be adding my email on the chat, so any questions, anything I can help you with, por favor, just let me know, and I'm here to help you. So before I jump into my objectives, the objectives that I have for our class today, and I lost another earring because I'm always dancing all over the place, I have 3 questions for you, quick questions, because I would like to know more about you. So for the, hablo español también, perfecto, bilingüe, woohoo! So I have 3 questions because I want to know about you, right? And for these, my friends, we are going to be using the chat. And the reason why I want to use the chat is because the chat is an excellent tool for our students to practice their writing skills, right? We can set a question on the screen, and then we can immediately ask our students, okay, and then on the chat, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, send me the answer. Make sure you have complete sentences and you know all that good stuff that goes into our writing instruction, right? So everything that we have around us, right? All of this technology is just several ways, several opportunities for our students to practice all the language domains. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask you to answer the first question that I have for you on our chat. So please, where are you joining us from? So where are you joining us from? I see Canada, Las Vegas, Spain, Alabama. I'm from South Texas. Guatemala, Brazil, Canadá, perfecto, thank you. And I see those amazing, Mexico, Brazil, Missouri, Chile, Canada, love it, you see, so we have people for all over the world, right? So with these, our professional learning network or our professional learning family can grow, and definitely share your social media handles on the chat so that we can create a bigger family, right? The more, the better, right? Because we're here to help each other. Amazing. Thank you so much for answering my question. So I'm going to jump into my second question really quick. Puerto Vallarta, perfecto. And thank you for adding that, your social media on our chat as well. So let's have una familia más grande. Really quick, I'm going to go to question number 2. What grade levels do you teach? What grade levels do you teach? So really quick, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jump on the chat. Let's go. Very good. Don't 6 to 10. Amazing, you see? So who then our family can be? We can create small groupings right into our family, because I already see some of you that might be teaching the same grade levels as I do, right? And also I can learn from all of you, maybe from a college professor, beginner and intermediate. I love this, right? Because we have everything from everywhere. Good. And our third question, are you ready? Ahí va. 1, 2, 3. Third question is on the screen. On a scale from 1 to 5, my friends, 1 being beginner, 5 being Fely, I can go and present Flipgrid with you. How familiar are you with Flipgrid? On a scale on 1 to 5. Let's see right here. I see 1s. Okay, that's okay. I see 0s, that's fine. I love that. I see 4s. So I see all levels, right? So I'm able to see how I'm going to be able, just from the chat, I'm getting immediate data with all of these questions, so that I know that I can actually differentiate my approach, my classroom, because I have all of the levels on the screen. I see them on the screen and I have them in my class, right? So my 5s, my 4s, you're going to be my helpers, my 0, 1, and 2s. No se me mortifiquen, because by the time we leave this class today, boys and girls, we are going to be experts. So let me go really quick to the next slide. Y por favor, do not abandon the chat. Keep asking us questions, because we are here to help you. I know I'm very passionate about what I'm about to present to all of you, so I can go blah, blah, blah. But please, if you have a question, just add it on the chat, and I'll be more than happy, to answer your questions. Muy bien. So we're going to start our presentation today with our objectives, right? What is it that I am going to get from this presentation? So my content objective, what is it that I am going to learn? I will explore the different features that make Flipgrid the perfect tool to empower English learners, right? So why is Flipgrid so amazing? Why does it work so beautifully with my ELs, right? So that's what I want to learn, my CO, right? My basic, the main idea of my class. Now, my LO, or my language objective, right? Because I have to have a language objective for my babies, for my students. I will engage in written and verbal discussions about how we can promote language acquisition through academic concepts. So I will be learning Flipgrid, definitely, but at the same time, I'm going to be practicing all my language domains, because you all are going to be my students for today's presentation. So with that in mind, once again, we are going to learn together. We are a big family, and we are here to help each other. So going back to the data, right? Going back to the labels the levels that I have on the chat. I have 0s, I have 1, I have 2s, I have 3s, I have 4s, 5s. Y por qué no, I might have a 6. We are going to learn together so that we can help each other and we can become a better family. So if you want to ask questions, you go for it. If you want to answer questions for our audience, you go for it too, because the main idea here is that we are going to be learning together, my friends. Okay, ahí va. So, you might be thinking, okay, Fely, I never heard of Flipgrid. ¿Qué es? What is Flipgrid about? What is Flipgrid about? Flipgrid is social learning. It is simple, it is free, it's a free video discussion to make learning fun, fulfilling, and most importantly, very, very empowering for our kids. It works from any device. It works from a computer. If the computer has access to the net, it has a webcam, boom, it works. Does it work from my phone? Yes, it works on iOS and it works on Android. Does it work from my tablet? Yes, indeed, it does. So as long as you have access, your device has access to a webcam and the internet, Flipgrid works. So if you want to, this is only if you want to, and you have a phone with you, or maybe a tablet with you, and you would like to download the app, you're more than welcome to do it, because I am going to be sharing an activity that I have for you, a topic that I have for you for today's class. And you are more than welcome to access my activity from your phone. And that's, once again, it's completely optional. Or you can also access it from the web. All you got to do is just open another tab and go to flipgrid.com, and it'll take you to the website that I want you to be, so that you can be part of the presentation. And I'm also going to be sharing the link on the chat so that you can be part of this topic. So with that in mind, Flipgrid, social learning. It's all about social learning, right? That's the way our students learn now. And what do I have to do in Flipgrid, right? It's very simple, my friends. The first thing you have to do is create a group, right? We have to create a space for our students to enter our class. They will be entering our classes, and within the groups, they are going to find topics, right? So what is a group? Just visualize your group as your community. You can invite people you want to have video discussions with, and you, my friends, are in total control of your group. You can enter your school's email domain. You can use that. You can connect through Google Classroom, or you can add specific email addresses, or you can also, once you create your topic, create a password with the topic. And that's the way that I'm going to be sharing the topic that I have for you today. So there are several ways that you can give access to your students to enter your group, right? Your classroom, the space. And you decide, and you have total control of who enters your class, right? Safety, always, always safety of our students. So once I have my group, right? Once I have this space for my students, I create a topic, right? This is where I start a discussion. I post a topic to get the conversation started. It can be a question, an idea, an experiment, un debate, an exploration, anything you want to ignite conversation among your students, right? Among your community. Can I use it with students? Perfectly fine. Can I use it with adults? Por supuesto que sí. Can I use it with my family? Yes, of course. Flipgrid is all about creativity, right? You can be as creative as you want. So your community responds to these topics with fun, short videos. And then, so I have my group. Inside my group, I have my topic, and then boom, the magic happens. Once my students access my group and see my topics, my community, my students engage in video discussions. They can view, they can send feedback or comments, they can leave feedback on videos together with the community, which is your classroom. So I am going to pause right here, and I'm going to go to your ladies just to see if we have any questions from our audience. Can Flipgrid be added or embedded? The beauty of Flipgrid is that it generates a link, and you can embed that link wherever you want. So it works beautifully, and I'll show you that as part of the presentation. Claro que sí, con mucho gusto. Amazing, amazing. Oh, yes. Can we create different class groups? My friend, you can create as many groups as you want to. Unlimited groups, unlimited topics, as many as you want to. I have all my groups from when I was in the classroom with my students. Then I have all the groups that I've been creating for professional development. And I also created groups for my family so that we could record ourselves reading to my nephew. So yes, as many groups as you want to, as many topics as you want to. Can Flipgrid be integrated to of course, yes, it can be integrated to our website. I'll show you how to get the embedded code so that you can add it to your website. Yes, indeed. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so no more questions? Muy bien. So really quick right here. This is just a lot of ideas, right, on how we can use Flipgrid. And just like my friend Savvy Educator says, Jornay, who's another amazing ed lead from our team, if you can think it, you can Flipgrid it. So we have a lot of ideas for pre-K, high school, university, families, staff and PLC, and organizations. And these visual that I have right here is on our social media and also on our website. So everything that I'm showing you today is available on our social media as well as our website. So this is just more ideas so you can start the fun right in your classroom, that social learning that we want for our students to participate in so that they can practice all the language domains. So here we go. What else? What else can I do with Flipgrid? What else? I can find also inspiration within my Flipgrid account. You see right here, I'm gonna create my groups, right? This is basically where I create my classroom and my topics. But within my main board or dashboard in Flipgrid, I also have the Discovery tab. The Discovery is home to thousands of engaging discussion prompts that have been created for you already. They've been created, all of these topics have been created by educators that are part of our community and also by amazing partners such as the ESL Library. So I'm also going to jump into the Discovery Library so I can show you how to get a topic from the Discovery Library and in 3 clicks, bring it to your group so that your students are ready to participate with that topic. Okay, muy bien, muy bien. And we can answer all of your questions, right? So if you have an extra questions, I'm gonna be sharing a link to one of our YouTube videos where this video explains step by step how to create a group, how to create a topic so that you can have this as a resource, right? Because I know I'm going super fast, but if you need extra, and of course you can contact me at any time, but I'm gonna also be sharing that YouTube video, which is totally amazing so that you can see Flipgrid, and in 15 minutes and 15 minutos, we show you how to create a group, how to create a topic, how to share the group and the topic with your students, and how your students are going to be able to respond to your topic as well. But if you have any other questions, I invite you to visit our help.flipgrid.com, and this is where our support team can answer any questions that you might have. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to you ladies. Any questions before I jump into the content? Rapidito, I already gave you the main idea of what Flipgrid is all about. Okay, Flipgrid, similar to Zoom. Zoom is a platform to have class like I am right now with you all, right? Flipgrid is different in the case that I send the question, then my students access my group, they record their video. Once they record that video is uploaded, automatically uploaded to my group, and then I can go and check the answers. At Flipgrid, it's not virtual. It's not like I can have class like I am with this platform that we're using with ESL Library. So that's the difference between it. How will we apply this in class? I'm about to show you, my friend. Excellent question, Natalia. Thank you. I'm about to show you that because you're going to be my students for today's class. Is there a cost? Nope. It is completely free. It is free for you, free for your students, free for everyone. No tienes que pagar. Okay. Very good, very good. So no more questions. Okay, aquí vamos. So how can I use this in class? So I'm going to talk to you about, I'm going to jump into or go back into our background knowledge, right? What is it that we know about language proficiency, right? What is it that we know about our students? So we know that language proficiency assessments assess the ELLs, right? Which schools districts are required to implement as an integral part of each foundation and enrichment subject of the state required curriculum, right? So we have student expectations here in the United States and everywhere. We have those student expectations. They might be called differently, right? Because every country has its own, every state has its own. But we know that we have to follow those student expectations because those are going to be the goals that our students are going to be learning in the class, right? Now, when we talk about ELL standards, right, like English language acquisition, we talk about the representation, right, or the needs that our students need to have in class, the way that we are going to differentiate class. So the knowledge and skills are stated as students' expectations are divided into 5 sections. And I've been talking about this since the beginning of our presentation, our language domains, right? I talk about writing, reading, speaking, and listening. And of course, the 5th one that we should never forget about is our learning strategies. How am I going to be able to differentiate the class for my students? What is it that I am going to teach them? What learning strategies am I going to teach them so that they can, in return, work on a piece of literature by themselves, right? So that they can decode the message of this literature. Or what are the strategies that I am going to bring into my classroom so that my students understand and get the content of class, but at the same time, they acquire the language. So as part of that, I have listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So with the topic that I have for you today, I am going to show you how with one topic in Flipgrid, I am going to ask my students, you all, to be my students, right? And to practice your listening, your speaking, your reading, and your writing. So here we go. Right here, this is my approach. This is why Flipgrid worked in my classroom. I found out, or I started to use Flipgrid back in 2017 here in South Texas. 100% of my students were EL students, right? English language learners. So mainly, 100% of them spoke Spanish. That was their L1. So I needed to find a tool for my students to practice, right? Because since we live in an area where almost everybody is bilingual, sometimes our students don't have enough of the practice of the L2, which is English, right? So I needed to find a platform for my students to practice more, practice the speaking or the speaking domain. And I found out about Flipgrid and I brought it to my classroom and I developed this approach. So when you create a topic in Flipgrid, we as teachers incorporate students' expectations, right? So we all know that we have expectations for our students, so that's a global term, and offer opportunities for students to practice all the language domains, right? So I am going to be designing these topics that I know that I am going to be offering all opportunities for my students to practice all the language domains. Remember, the reading, the writing, the speaking, and the listening. Now, what support am I going to offer to my kids? I have to provide that scaffolding for my kids, right? So what scaffolding am I going to bring into action? How can I bring it into Flipgrid? Well, I can use visuals. Can I use visuals in Flipgrid? Of course I can. Sentence stems. Can I add sentence stems? Yes, of course. Can I add a word bank as part of the scaffolding that I want my students to use while they're reading or writing or speaking? Definitely I can. Can I use also anchor charts as part of my Flipgrid topic? Definitely I can. And one of the beautiful tools that Flipgrid comes with is Immersive Reader. And this, my friends, is just at a different level. You'll see it in action in a minute. Now, I want my students, I already designed the topic, I'm giving them my entire support, right? So the language acquisition can happen. Now, I want them to interact, not only with me, but I also want them to interact with the rest of the students in class, with their classmates, right? So I provide instructional opportunities for my students to interact socially, which is my BICS, right? And academically, which is my COP, using Flipgrid. So I'm going to be creating topics for them to practice social interaction. And I'm also going to be creating topics for them to access and to practice that academic instruction interaction as well. As part of Flipgrid, my friends, I can also create mixtapes. What are mixtapes? Mixtapes is a collection of videos that I can create for my kids. An excellent way for me to create that progress monitoring, right, with my kids. So in order for us to see if students are moving towards the right direction, towards the right goal, I can progress monitor my kids, right? So imagine using Flipgrid the entire year and create these mixtapes of Fely, the student in your class who's a beginner, right? That the year that got to your class, at the beginning of the school year, Fely was the beginner. So imagine having that mixtape with Fely, videos of Fely at the beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year. And then at the end of the year, being able to show this mixtape to Fely so that Fely could see the huge improvement that she was able to accomplish in your class. What are the results with this approach? We definitely differentiate instruction based on our students' needs. And we built an increased fluency in the language domains. So all of that, you're going to see it in action right now, my friends. So I am going to send the topic that I want for you. I'm going to send that on the chat. In 1 minute, I just want you to know that you are going to see this window right here, and I'm going to ask you to please enter this topic using the password. The password is on the screen, ESL Library, and it has to be capital letters and then the rest of the word, por favorcito. So let me go ahead and go into my Flipgrid. So I'm right here. This is my Flipgrid. This is my main platform, right? I already signed in and I'm under my groups. I created a group for today's class. It's ESL Library Conference. Within my group, I already have these these topics that I have for you. I have created this one right here. What I'm showing you on the screen, my friends, this is the teacher perspective. What I'm about to ask you to access is the student perspective so that you can be my students. So let me go right here and send you the link. I added the link on the chat. I believe I did. Or if you are using your phones, I have the QR code on the screen. See, please let me know. Also, if you want to join with your Microsoft or Google account, you can also do that. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and add the link, and I can also send you the join code. Definitely. Yes, of course I can. So this is what you should see once you click on the link that we sent on the screen. And right here, this is where you are going to add the password. Let me type it here, ESL Library. So once you have the password, just click on go, and it'll take you to the topic that I have for you today. Awesome, it's working. Yoo-hoo! Yes. Working out. Perfecto. What is the passcode? ESL Library. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So everybody should be here already, my friends. So I want you to look at the topic. Right now, you are my students. All of you are my students. I'm in it, yes. So you all have access to this topic that I have created for you. The title of the topic, my friends, is laugh, reírse, porque tenemos que estar felices. So this is what my students are going to see, right? Think about the last time you laughed a lot. Boom, right? I'm already asking them to think. The last time you laughed a lot. I already know that you're going to be using past tense, right? Which is already más o menos an intermediate advanced level, right? So what do I want my babies? What do I want my students to think, right? Or to say when they're recording themselves? The last time you laughed a lot, who were you with? What made you laugh? How it made you feel to laugh so hard? Maybe you cried, maybe your pancita hurt. What happened? Tell me all of that, right? And most importantly, right here, my friends, do not forget to write your response before you begin recording. So I want you all to type, and I'm going to show you how right now from the Flipgrid camera. I want you to type what you are going to say, because I want you also to practice your writing, right? It is very important for us, boys and girls, to practice our writing. And no están solitos. I'm not going to leave you alone. Why? Because I want you to please use the following words to help you tell your story, right? You're going to tell me a story, beginning, middle, and end. What is the main idea here? What do you have to tell me, boys and girls? You got to tell me about the last time you laughed a lot. And remember to tell me todo, the whole info, todo el chisme, the whole thing, right? So you can use all of these beautiful words so that your writing has a transition. It flows, right? Miss Fely, can I read what I wrote while I'm recording myself? Of course, mi corazón. You can read it when you are recording yourself, showing me your beautiful face. Claro que sí. You can read what you wrote, definitely. On the right-hand side, mis corazones, you have a YouTube video that I want you to watch, because I want you to know the science, the reason why we laugh. Very, very important information, my friends. So I want you to be super smart, bien inteligentes, and have a lot of info from different places so that when you answer these questions, you have enough things to say, mis hijos. So right here, I want you to watch the video. The video is right here. And now, teachers, the beauty of it is that my students are going to play the video. The video will play right here. They won't leave the platform in order for them to watch what I have for them. And also, my friends, boys and girls, I also have what gives you the giggles. I have a beautiful reading passage right here that gives you more information about why we laugh. So I also want you, before you answer all of these questions for me, por favor, I want you to look at all of these, mis hijos, once again, because I want you to be well-rounded, very well-informed of everything about laughing. ¿Por qué nos reímos? ¿Por qué nos vamos a reír? ¿Por qué nos duele la pancita? ¿Por qué lloramos? So all of that is going to be answered right here in the video that we are going to be watching and listening. Big ears right here, my friends. And I'm also going to be reading, right? So I'm going to use all of those reading strategies right here, mis corazones. Once you're ready with all of these, ahora sí, you're going to click on add response, and you're going to send me your beautiful video, my friends. I'm going to stop right here. My audience, I'm going to go into the chat, por favor. Any questions about this? Once again, I'm showing you the student perspective, por favor. Do the students need a new password code every time they ask to complete an activity? No, my friend, they don't. You can add your students, and you're going to learn all of that, my friend, in the video that I am going to send you. You can add the students' email domain so that they, with their email addresses, they can enter your class. The reason why I'm using a password for today's class is because I don't have access to you all's emails. So I wanted this to go super fast. And I knew I was going to be working with adults. Excellent question. Muchas gracias. Am I using Chrome? Yes. Right now, I believe so. Let me see. Yes, I am. I'm using Chrome. But it works beautifully on Edge. Safari, a veces se pone un poquito, Safari se pone un poquito terco. Sometimes Safari and does not allow us to work on Flipgrid, but Google Chrome and Edge, padrísimo. Can we download student videos on Flipgrid? Yes, of course you can download. Yes, you can download the videos, and you can also download a QR code for that specific video, and that QR code is AR. Está de lo lindo. Really, really nice. I highly recommend that, por favor. And that, again, is going to be mentioned in the video that I'm going to be sharing with you. Yes. Yes, Spanish is so beautiful. Do you think that Flipgrid is good for one-on-one teaching or mainly group teaching? Oh, my friend, both. And I'm going to tell you why, right? You can differentiate your class, right? You can work with a group of students, and you can also send specific topics to one student or create a topic for a specific student that might need the extra practice, my friend. Yes, definitely. Remember, we as teachers, the sky is the limit. No limit. Oh, thank you. Muchas gracias. Your email is not allowed to join. The best way for that is to use the password, my friend, because since I did not know your email domains, I didn't add the domains. That's the reason why it's not allowing you, my friend. See, in Flipgrid, we're all about safety of our kids, and teachers have total control of their classes. So we have to be very specific with the domain so that we know who enters our classrooms. So the students cannot interact with us during class using Flipgrid. Not like this, like right now, like immediate interaction, but they can definitely, my friends, record the videos and leave them there. And then I can watch the videos, and then I can reply to their videos via video or text, or I can also do both. Okay, here we go. So I want you to please, and this activity is totally up to you. Por favorcito, if you want to be part of the class, you're more than welcome to click on add response, or we can do this at a later time. Before I go back to the presentation really quick, I want to show you this amazing tool, because I know I have 4 more minutes, so I'm going to go super fast, my friends. If you click right here on Immersive Reader, this is, again, the student perspective. Look at this. The student, once the student clicks on Immersive Reader, the Immersive Reader is going to open, and it is going to be able to read the topic for them. So I'm going to click on play.
Think about the last time you laughed a lot.
So the entire topic can be read for them. And I'm going to go back to the example. Fely, right? Fely being in your classroom. Fely's coming from Mexico. So she speaks Spanish only. She's a beginner. Don't worry, my friends. We have all of these for Fely. Fely has access to text preferences, so she can do all of these with her topic. Also, grammar options, right? If we are teaching all about grammar, which in ESL instruction is key, I am able to label all of these, right? So that I know what a noun is, what a verb is, what an adjective is, and how they interact with themselves, right? How they work in the English language. So I can do all of this. Once again, this is part of Immersive Reader. But one of my most important tools, and my favorite one is right here on the reading preferences. I can go into picture dictionary so that I can tell the immersive reader to translate these for me. So once again, Fely, L1, Spanish. So I'm gonna go into choose a language and I'm gonna look for Spanish. ¿Dónde está? Spanish, Mexico. And then I am going to click right here where it says document, and the entire topic is going to be translated to Fely, and it is also going to be read to her en español.
Piensa en la última vez que te reíste mucho.
And once again, that, my friend, I can jump from original to Spanish. And my friends, right here, that we have a lot of languages available for our students so that they can select their L1 if they still need this scaffolding, right? So that they can understand what is being asked. So once again, all of this is available from the student perspective right here into Immersive Reader. So I'm gonna bring back my presentation really rápido because I know we're almost out of time. And I want to show you the next slide, rapidito. And this right here, this is the topic that I shared with you. So look at all of this. Look, I am giving my students all of the opportunities for them to practice all of the language domains. I have the listening, I have the writing, I have the reading. Obviously, I have the speaking, right? Because they're going to record themselves speaking, answering what I'm asking them to do. I'm offering the linguistic supports, right? I'm differentiating for my students. And the interaction is going to happen once they start recording those videos, right? And they start watching the videos from the rest of the classes. So all of these from one topic. Really quick, I want to show you the topics that our ESL Library partner has created for us. So I'm going to jump really quick into our Flipgrid platform again. Let me bring it back over here. So right here, all I did, remember, I'm in groups. I have my classes, my groups, my topics, right? But I'm going to go over here to Discovery Library. And this is where I find topics that have been already being made for me, right? So I'm going to go into partners, view all, and then right here we have ESL Library with amazing topics teachers that they're ready. All you got to do is just select the one that you love or that works for your students. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite ones, which is what do you miss? So I'm going to click on it. And on the left-hand side is going to give you the info for all of you, the topic. Basically, this is the topic that your students are going to see. And on the right-hand side, these are all of the tips that ESL Library is telling us or sharing with us so that we can use this in class. So look at this. I'm going to be able to add it to my group just by clicking Add Topic, Add to your group. I'm going to select the group, which is ESL Library Conference, save to my group, close. Look at that. Those were 3 clicks, my friends, 3 clicks. I'm going to go back to my groups. I'm going to go back to, come on, computer, ESL Library Conference, which is the class that I created for you. And here it is, my friend. What do you miss? It's already there for my babies. It is active, so my students can work on it right now. So, questions, por favor. Questions, por favor. It has been my pleasure to be here with all of you. So I thank you for everything that you do in the classroom for our students, for our babies, and always, always, always empower those beautiful voices, no matter what language they speak. So once again, thank you so much. I appreciate the time, everything. Let me go back to the platform really quick.
Thank you so much, Ellii.
Aquí está.
After all that energy.
So you have my info. I'm adding my email on the chat. Okay, F. García López. It's super easy at Microsoft ElliiTeaching.com. Ahí está. Anything I can help you with, por favor, con toda confianza. I'm here to help you. I'm also adding the video from our YouTube channel that you can watch, and it'll give you specific info on how to create a group, how to create a topic. Once again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here with you all. Have an amazing day. And once again, thank you for everything that you do for our students. Muchísimas gracias de todo corazón. Thank you.